Hello everyone, my name is Serafi and I'm happy to meet you all. And today we're going to be playing Mermail Atlantean. Mermail Atlantean is a super fun deck. I've been having a lot of fun playing it on ladder. It really is like a super easy to climb with deck, mostly because when you hand rip people, they tend to surrender. So even if it takes you a minute to win going second, you win so fast going first that you kind of climb ridiculously fast. With that in mind, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to YouTuber Moki Master Duel. I'll link his channel in the description along with his original video. He's where I got the inspiration for this combo video from. Actually, there was a comment on his video which said, could use AI voiceover and explain, actually, if you want to take advantage of uploading new decks first, I'm going to stop watching, wait for someone else to upload. So someone did specifically ask this YouTuber to do like an explanation of his play-by-play. So I'm doing that for him. And I'll link his channel. The deck list is mostly his. I've made some adjustments based on my preferences, but credit to him where credit is due. Really good person. You should subscribe to his channel, watch his video, and let's get it started. For the deck, we're going to play 3 copies of Neptabyss, the Atlantean Prince, 2 copies of Max C, 1 copy of Deep Sea Sentry, 3 copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Springs, 1 copy of Deep Sea Minstrel, 1 copy of Gluttonous Retolfin Grethus, 3 copies of Abysspike, the Atlantean Spirit, 3 copies of Mermail Shadow Squad, 1 copy of Barrier Statue of the Torrent, 3 copies of Atlantean Dragoons, 3 copies of Mermail Abysspike, 1 copy of Right Hand Shark, 1 copy of Super Ancient Deep Sea Coelacanth, 3 copies of Mermail Abyssteus, 1 copy of Poseidra the Storming Atlantean, 1 copy of Glacia the Elemental Lord, 1 1-for-1, 1 Abyssting Triana, 2 copies of Called by the Grave, 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence, 1 Virtue Stream, and 3 Dominus Impulses, along with Coral Dragon, Deep Sea Prima Donna, Adamancipator Ryzen Dragite, Ice Jade, Gimir, Adrian, Lavirtue Dragon, Bahamut Shark, Abyss Dweller, number 4 Stealth Kraken, Mermail Abysgaios, 2 copies of Poseidra Abyss, the Atlantean Dragon Lord, 1 copy of Abysstrite, the Atlantean Spirit, Mermail Abysslacia, Merinces Coral Anemone, and Mermail King Neptabyss. Alright, so we have several combos to go over. Let's get started. To start with, we're going to do a 1-card combo with Neptabyss, the Atlantean Prince. This is a true 1-card combo. You can see in my hand, my other cards are Ash Blossom and Joyous Springs, Mermail Shadow Squad, Dominus Impulse, and Called by the Grave. All 4 of these cards will still be in my hand the entire time. Normal Summon Neptabyss, activate its effect. We're going to send Mermail Shadow Squad from deck to hand, or from deck to graveyard, to add the Atlantean Dragoons from deck to hand. Next up, Shadow Squad's effect activates, and we special summon our Mermail Abysspike from the deck. Mermail Abysspike's effect activates. So first of all, Mermail Abysspike allows us to discard our Atlantean Dragoons, which we just added, to add another level 3 from deck to hand. We're going to add our Abyssshrine, the Atlantean Spirit. This triggers the effect of Atlantean Dragoons. Lets us add any monster from our deck to our hand that is a Sea Serpent. So we're going to add level 8 Glacia the Elemental Lord. Next up, we're going to activate the effect of Abyssshrine, the Atlantean Spirit, on our hand. You contribute this card from your hand and 1 Atlantean or Mermail monster from your hand or field. Take 1 level 7 Fish, Sea Serpent, or Opera, and either add it to your hand or special summon it. So, Atlantean Spirit, pitch the Neptabyss. Special summon from the deck are Super Ancient Deep Sea Coelacanth. Next, we're going to activate Neptabyss's effect, and from our graveyard, we are going to revive our Atlantean Dragoons. Currently 3 cards in our graveyard. Now we'll exceed our Atlantean Dragoons and our Abysspike into Bahamut Shark. We activate Bahamut Shark's effect. We detach the Atlantean Dragoons in order to special summon Lavirtue Dragon from our extra deck. Atlantean Dragoons is not once per turn, so every time it is sent to the graveyard to power water monsters effect, we add another Sea Serpent. The Virtue Dragon adds us Virtue Stream. And Atlantean Dragoons is going to add us the level 3 Deep Sea Minstrel. Now we activate the Virtue Dragon's effect. We're going to detach one material from our Bahamut Shark. And we're going to return our Atlantean Dragoons from our graveyard to our hand. Time to link summon. Link both of our Xyz monsters together. Special summon Marincess Coral Anemone. And then we'll use its effect to bring back our Mermail Shadow Squad to the zone it points to. At this point, we have 5 monsters in our graveyard. The Virtue Dragon, Bahamut Shark, Mermail, Abysspike, Neptabyss, and Abyssrine. This means we can special summon Molinglacia, the Elemental Lord, from our hand. Molinglacia's effect activates, and we send 2 cards from our opponent's hand to the graveyard. Our opponent is now -2. Excellent. The turn just started. Next, we're going to activate the effect of our Mermail Shadow Squad. We're going to pitch our Atlantean Dragoons in order to make all of our monsters level 7. Then Atlantean Dragoons will let us add our Deep Sea Sentry from our deck to our hand. Okay, now we're going to activate the effect of Deep Sea Minstrel. We send both it and Deep Sea Sentry from our hand to the graveyard. We reveal our opponent's hand, and we get to choose 1 card from the hand and banish it face up until the end phase. We're going to banish Spell Striker. This triggers our Deep Sea Sentry's effect. One of our opponent's cards gets banished from the hand until the end phase. So our opponent has gone from 5 cards to 1 card. Now, we're going to Xyz summon. Rank 7, Abysstrite, the Atlantean Spirit. Abysstrite effect, we're going to bring back our Deep Sea Sentry. When Deep Sea Sentry is special summoned, you can send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard, then target a level 4 or lower water monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. So we're going to pitch the top 2 cards of our deck, and then we're going to return our Atlantean Dragoons from our graveyard to our hand. As you can see, I have only added my Virtue Stream from my deck to my hand. All 4 of the cards I started with have stayed. I'm constantly cycling Dragoon to make sure that I have discards and searches. Now, we're going to rank our Abysstrite up into Poseidra, Abyss, the Atlantean Dragon Lord. This is a powerful card going first and going second. We are playing 2 copies of it so that you can make it a turn 1 to use this combo and still have its powerful removal effect on turn 2. Now, we're going to use all 3 of our monsters, Deep Sea Sentry, Poseidra, and Coral Anemone, in order to link summon Neptabyss, the Mermail King. This triggers the effect of Poseidra, Abyss, the Atlantean Dragon Lord. We're going to send Atlantean Dragoons from our hand to the graveyard, and then we're going to we're going to special summon 3 monsters from our graveyard. We're going to special summon Mermail Shadow Squad, Deep Sea Minstrel, and Neptabyss, the Atlantean Prince. Deep Sea Minstrel is a tuner monster. So now we have a level 3 tuner, a level 3 non-tuner, and a level 1 non-tuner. Atlantean Dragoons' effect activates as a Chain Link 1. We're going to activate Deep Sea Minstrel's effect as a Chain Link 2, and we're going to put our Abysspike back in our deck. And then we're going to activate Neptabyss' effect as a Chain Link 3, so that we can add an equip spell from our deck to our hand. And the equip spell we're going to add is Abyss Sting Triana. Actually, it comes from a hand or graveyard, so the fact that we milled the card doesn't matter. Okay, now we're going to add just a random card from our deck to our hand for a follow-up next turn. Okay, now we can Synchro Summon. Synchro the Deep Sea Minstrel and the Mermail Shadow Squad into Coral Dragon. Then we will use Coral Dragon and Neptabyss the Atlantean Prince as Synchro material to Synchro Summon Deep Sea Prima Donna. This triggers Coral Dragon's effect, so we get to draw a card. Okay. Alright, next up, we are going to activate the effect of Super Ancient Deep Sea Coelacanth. We're going to discard a card. At this point, we've added this Mermail Shadow Squad from our deck to our hand via an effect. So this is one of the cards that's not part of the combo. This card, and we're going to special summon 3 monsters from our deck. 3 level 4 lower fish. They're all negated. Gluttonous Reptolfin Greethus, which is a level 3 fish tuner. Mermail Abysspike, and Right Hand Shark. Now, we're going to use Mermail Abysspike and Right Hand Shark to Xyz summon Abyss Dweller. This is very important because we have sent 2 cards from our opponent's hand to the graveyard. We don't want our opponent to be able to use cards in their graveyard. So we're going to shut the graveyard off as soon as the turn starts. Next up, we're going to Synchro Summon Gluttonous Reptolfin and Super Ancient Deep-Sea Coelacanth to make our Ice Jade Gimir Agent. This triggers Reptolfin's effect, since it was sent to the graveyard for Synchro material, to give our Ice Jade Grimir Agent 200 extra attack points. Now, we can activate the effect of Deep Sea Prima Donna, and we're going to return one of the cards that we banished that would return to the opponent's hand anyway at the end of the turn, to their hand, in order to special summon a water monster from our deck. And the monster we're going to special summon is Barrier Statue of the Torrent. Now, neither player can special summon any monster other than water monsters. Next up, we're going to activate the Abyssting Triana that we added with Neptabyss to special summon Neptabyss, the Atlantean Prince, from our graveyard. And now we can Synchro Summon into Emancipator Risen Dragite. Not only does this give us a negate, it triggers the effect of Deep Sea Prima Donna. If this card is set to the graveyard, we can target a banished card and shuffle into the deck. So one of our opponent's cards that's banished would go back to their hand, but we're going to shuffle it back into the deck, so they only get 1 card back. And that's the combo. So, we got the Virtue Stream. As you can see, Ash Blossom, Mermail Shadow Squad, Called by the Grave, Dominus Impulse. Every card that I told you was going to remain in my hand the entire time did. What do we have? Our opponent cannot special summon monsters other than water monsters. They are on 3 cards. Opponent's graveyard cannot have any cards activated. If the opponent activates a card or effect, we can make all of our monsters unaffected or unable to be destroyed or banished by card effects this turn. Then we can banish the card our opponent used. We also have a spell or trap negates. And our opponent cannot target water monsters this card points to with card effects. So Abyss Dweller, Ice Jade, and Emancipator Risen cannot be targeted. And if we use Abyss Dweller's effect, which pitches a water monster from to the graveyard, Neptabyss will allow us to special summon a monster from our deck. Additionally, we can also activate the effect of the Abyss Rhine in our graveyard, which will allow us to draw an extra card and trigger any effects in our hand, which we happen to have the Shadow Squad, so we can special summon a monster from our deck if we need to. And then, of course, we still have 4 cards in our hand, which happen to be 3 hand traps: Abyss, Ash Blossom, Called by the Grave, Dominus Impulse. So that is the 1-card combo for Mermails. Pretty good. All right, next up we have a 2-card combo. This is what happens if you have Abysspike and Atlantean Dragoons. This time we do have the Triana in our hand, but of course you guys have already seen how Triana works, so it doesn't really matter that we opened it. Normal summon the Abysspike effect, Pitch Dragoons, and we're going to add the Deep Sea Minstrel from our deck to our hand. Dragoons effect, we're going to add the Mermail Shadow Squad from our deck to our hand. Now we can just activate Minstrel, and we're going to do the Hand Rip effect a little early. So let's take one of our opponent's hand traps out. This triggers Mermail Shadow Squad, so we can special summon Neptabyss, the Atlantean Prince. Neptabyss, the Atlantean Prince. Pitch the Atlantean Dragoons from the hand, or from the deck, to add the Abyss Rhine. This will then trigger Atlantean Dragoons to add the Mullen Glacia from our deck to our hand. At this point, the combo is very similar. So we're just going to activate the Abyss Rhine, target the Neptabyss, send it to the graveyard, special summon the Coelacanth, This triggers Neptabyss to bring back our Dragoons. Currently 5 monsters in grave, so now we special summon Elemental Lord. Pitch 2. Exceeds into the Bahamut Shark. Bahamut Shark effect, detach the Dragoons. Special summon the Lavirtue Dragon. Dragoons effects. Lavirtue Dragon effects. Lavirtue Dragon detach from the Bahamut Shark. Grab it back the Dragoons. Link into the Coral Anemone. Coral Anemone bring back the Shadow Squad. Shadow Squad pitch the Sentry, because we need it in the graveyard. Sentry effect, we hand rep again. Exceeds into the Abysstrites. Abysstrite effect, bring back the Sentry. Sentry effect, mill 2, get back another Dragoons. Rank up into Poseidra. Link 3. Make Neptabyss. Poseidra effect, pitch a Dragoons. Bring back the 1, 2, and 3. Dragoons and Minstrel effect is a chain link 2. I'm going to put back one of our... Oh. We accidentally milled the barrier statue. But we have 2 fish in grave. So we need to put something... we're just not going to have barrier statue this time. Sometimes that happens. Alright. Now we make Coral Dragon. Then we make Prima Donna. Neptabyss can't trigger because we have Triana in hand. Draw a card. Okay, now we can seal a Coelacanth. Pitch the Dragoons. Ah! I didn't need to shuffle the... I forgot. I've been having so many issues with Abysspike. I forgot that I specifically put Right-Hand Shark in the deck so that I wouldn't have this problem if I milled Abysspike. I should have put the barrier statue back. Alright, let's make... I should have done this. Imagine that I had Exceed Summon first side space under the Neptabyss. Pretend that I'm not bad at the game. Alright. Now we can Prima Donna. Put a card back. We would special summon the barrier statue here. Just this is barrier statue. I should have put the barrier statue back in my deck. Bring this back. Synchro into Dragites. And then put a card back into the deck. There you go. Same combo. Alright, cool. That's the Atlantean Dragoons and the Mermail Abysspike combo. Next up. Next up, we have a 2-card combo. What happens if you open Abysspike and Mermail Shadow Squad? Let's get started here. Normal summon Abysspike, use its effect, discard the Shadow Squad. This will allow us to add the Abyssrine, the Atlantean Spirit from our deck to our hand. That triggers Shadow Squad, so we can special summon Neptabyss directly from the deck. Neptabyss effect, we pitch the Dragoons for cost. Or not for cost, it's for effect. And then we add the Dragoons to hand. This triggers Dragoons, so we can add the Mullen Glacia, the Elemental Lord. All right. Now we're going to activate Abyssrine's effect. Send the Neptabyss to the graveyard. Special summon the Coelacanth from the deck. Neptabyss effect. Bring back the Atlantean Dragoons. Exceeds into Bahamut Shark. Bahamut Shark effect. Attach the Dragoons to add special summon the Lavirtue Dragon. Dragoons add effect as a chain link 1, Lavirtue Dragon as a chain link 2. Grab the Virtue Stream and grab the Deep Sea Minstrel. Now we'll activate Lavirtue Dragon's effect, attach 1 material, get back the Dragoons. Then we link into the Coral Anemone. Coral Anemone, bring back the Shadow Squad. Now we have 5 engraved. Special summon the Mullen Glacia. Mullen Glacia rip 2. Okay. Now we're going to Minstrel. If we didn't open Deep Sea Sentry, we would just discard Shadow Squad with, we would discard Dragoons for Shadow Squad's effect, and then we would Minstrel. Either way, it's perfectly fine. Minstrel, pitch the Deep Sea Sentry, hand rip for 2 more. Okay. Alright, now we're going to activate the Shadow Squad's effect. Discard the Dragoons. Dragoons effect. Add Poseidra. Exceeds into Abyssrites. Abyssrite effect, bring back the Deep Sea Sentry. Mill 2. Get back the Dragoons. Link all 3, or exceed into Poseidra first. Link all 3 into Neptabyss. Poseidra effect, pitch the Dragoons. Bring back the Mermail Shadow Squad to the Deep Sea Minstrel and the Neptabyss. Dragoon's effect as a chain link 1, Minstrel's effect as a chain link 2. Put back 1 of the fish. And Neptabyss's effect as a chain link 3. Grab the Traina, put this on bottom, and we'll add another card from our deck to our hand just for follow-up. Dragoon's effect, draw again. And now we are going to synchro into Coral Dragon. And synchro again into Prima Donna, and this time I am not going to just draw one of my combo pieces. Coral Dragon will give me a hand trap. Imperm, there you go. Easy. Alright, Coelacanth effect, pitch one of the Shadow Squads that we added. Special summon from the deck, level 3, level 4, level 4. Wham, bam, thank you ma'am. Exceeds into Abyss Dweller. Can't be destroyed by battle. Can't be targeted. Gives everything a 500 attack points. Synchro the Reptolfin and the Super Agent Deep Sea Quellacanth into the Ice Jade Gimir. Reptolfin gives Gimir 200 attack points. Next up, we're going to activate Deep Sea Prima Donna's effect. We return one of the cards that would come back anyway to special summon the Barrier Statue of the Torment so we can waterlock our opponents. Activate the Abyss Sting and bring back the Neptabyss. Synchro the Deep Sea Prima Donna and the Neptabyss into Dragite for a spell and trap negates. And that triggers Deep Sea Prima Donna, so we shuffle the card that was banished back into the deck. And there you go. Abyss Dweller, Dragites, Agerin, none of them can be targeted. Barrier Statue to negate all non-water special summons. Neptabyss to prevent them from being targeted. And Virtue Stream. Excellent. Moving on. Alright, next up we have what happens if we open Abyssteus and Mermail Shadow Squad. So, we have Neptabyss in our hand, but we're going to ignore that. So, Mermail Shadow Squad is our key starter, so this is going to be a very aggressive combo, but it's going to work just like the other ones do. First, we activate Abyssteus' effect. We pitch the Shadow Squad. Special summon. Shadow Squad effect is a Chain Link 1. Abyssteus' effect is a Chain Link 2. Alright, Abyssteus is going to add us the Mermail Abysspike. And Shadow Squad is going to special summon Neptabyss, the Atlantean Prince, from our deck. Neptabyss' effect, we're going to send the Atlantean Dragoons. And we're going to add the Atlantean Dragoons from our deck to our hand. Atlantean Dragoons' effect, we add Molan Glacia, the Elemental Lord. Next up, we summon the Mermail Abysspike. Mermail Abysspike, pitch the Atlantean Dragoons from our hand. This will allow us to add the Abyssrine, the Atlantean Spirits. And Atlantean Dragoons is going to add us the Deep Sea Minstrel. At this point, we're back on track for our combo. So, let's activate Abyssrine's effects. We pitch the Neptabyss on the field. Bring back the, or special summon the Coelacanth. Neptabyss brings back the Atlantean Dragoons. Exceeds into Bahamut Shark. Bahamut Shark detach the Atlantean Dragoons. Special summon the Lavirtue Dragon. Dragoon's effect is a Chain Link 1. Lavirtue Dragon effect is a Chain Link 2. Grab the Virtue Stream. Dragoons get the Deep Sea Sentry. We are now at 5 cards engraved. Special summon Molan Glacia, hand rip for 2. Minstrel and Sentry. Hand rip for 2 more. Lavirtue Dragon effect, detach 1 from the Bahamut Shark. Get back the Dragoons. Link into the Coral Anemone. Coral Anemone, bring back the Shadow Squad. Shadow Squad, discard Dragoons, make everything level 7. Dragoons, add the Poseidra to hand. Rank 7. Abysstrite. With the 3 monsters. Abysstrite, revive Deep Sea Sentry. Deep Sea Sentry, bring back the Dragoons. Exceeds into the Poseidra. link into Neptabyss. Sidra effect, pitch the Dragoons. Bring back the Shadow Squad, the Deep Sea Minstrel, and the Neptabyss. Dragoons effect. Minstrel effect is a chain link 2. Put the right-hand shark back in the deck. And Neptabyss's effect is a chain link 3. Draw the equip spell. Alright, to make sure I don't... add another random card to hand. To make sure I don't mess this up this time, we are going to synchro summon away from the Neptabyss. Alright, make Coral, and Neptabyss into the Prima Donna. Coral effect, draw a card. Oh, we drew the Torrent. Ah, that's annoying. Okay, Quellacanth, pitch one of the cards that we added. Special summon. Alright, Exceeds into Abyss Dweller. Synchro into Jade. Reptolfin gives us an extra Xyz. Alright, Prima Donna, return the monster reincarnation to the hand, and we're going to special summon Dragoons to the field. Why not? Then bring back the Neptabyss. Synchro into Dragites. Prima Donna, shuffle back. There you go. Exact same combo with a little bit of a different start. Good job. Our last combo tonight is what happens if you open Abyssteus plus Atlantean Dragoons. Let's show it off. Abyssteus, discard Dragoons to special summon itself. Dragoon's effect is a chain link 1. Abyssteus' effect is a chain link 2. Abyssteus will draw you your Mermail Abysspike. And Atlantean Dragoons is going to add the Mermail Shadow Squad. Then we normal summon Abysspike. Abysspike pitch the Shadow Squad that we added. Special summon, or added the Abyss Rhine from the deck to the hand. Mermail Shadow Squad, special summon the Abyss, a Prince. And now we're back to normal. Pitch the Dragoon. Here we would add Dragoon, but we opened a Dragoon, so makes it a little bit awkward. Dragoon effect. Now we can start getting our combo pieces. We grab the Deep Sea Minstrel. Activate the Atlantean Spirits. Pitch the Neptabyss on the field. Bring special summon the Coelacanth. Now we'll bring back the Dragoon. Exceeds into Bahamut Shark. Bahamut Shark, detach Dragoon. Play the Lavirtue Dragon. Dragoon effect is a chain link 1. Lavirtue Dragon chain blocks. The fact that Dragoon is mandatory is actually really, really good. It means that you just constantly get chain blocked for your most important search effect. We grab the Molten Glacia. Special summon Molten Glacia, hand rip for 2. Lavirtue Dragon effect, detach 1 material from the Bahamut Shark, get back another Dragoons. link into the Coral. Coral effect, revive the Mermail Shadow Squad. Shadow Squad, pitch the Dragoons. Dragoons effect, we grab the Deep Sea Sentry. Minstrel Sentry, hand rip for 2. Exceeds all 3 into Abysstrite. Abysstrite, revive the Deep Sea Sentry. Sentry, get back the Dragoons. Unlucky that we just built 2 fish. Link, or exceeds into the Poseidra, which I keep almost forgetting to do. Then link all 3 in Neptabyss. Poseidra effect is a chain link 1. Pitch. Special summon the Shadow Squad, the Deep Sea Minstrel, and the Neptabyss. Alright, Dragoons effect, mandatory chain link 1. Deep Sea Minstrel effect, chain link 2. We're going to put back one of our fish. And then Neptabyss's effect is a chain link 3. Grab the equip spell. Put this card on the bottom of the deck. Add the last card we could search. Synchro into Coral Dragon. Then synchro into Deep Sea Prima Donna. We're going to draw not a fish. Imperm again, let's go. Pitch, special summon 3 fish from deck. 1, 2, 3. Exceeds into Abyss Dweller. Synchro into Ice Shade Aegerin. Prima Donna's effect, return 1 card to the hand. Special summon Barrier Statue to the field. Abyss Triana and bring back the Neptabyss. And synchro into Dragite. There you go. That is 5 easy ways to get really good combo off that's going to completely lock down your opponent and only let them play with 3 cards. And again, by the time you finish the combo, your opponent's already quit. Let's be real. Anyway, so that's the deck. Remember to check out Moki Master Duel. Again, video is in the description. My name is Serafi, and I was thrilled to have all of you with me.